Squeal, squeal! Christy Huddleston was standing in front of her class writing on the blackboard when suddenly the hogs began squealing at the top of their lungs. Squeal, squeal! What on earth? Christy wondered aloud. Teacher, them old hogs is scaring something awful, Sam Houston Holcomb said. Must be a varmint got in with them, 9-year-old Creed Allen agreed. Them's the sound of hogs that are mighty afeared. Squeal! Squeal! Christy put down her chalk. She sighed and rolled her eyes up to heaven. Why me? She whispered. She had to be the only teacher in the world who had hogs living under her classroom. The hogs lived in the cool, dark mud beneath the school building, which also served as a church on Sundays. In rustic Cutter Gap, high up in the Great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, the mountain people were too poor to afford 2 separate buildings. Since the building provided some shelter for the hogs, Christy had learned to accept them, even though sometimes their smell was quite unpleasant. Squeal! Squeal! Suddenly a loud banging came from underneath the floorboards. The hogs were squealing louder and louder. They were making so much noise that Christy knew she couldn't continue with her lessons. Christy walked down the aisle toward the trap door that led down to the hogs. I suppose we had better see what's going on, she said. Ma'am, you might best be careful, Creed warned. Them hogs is acting downright fitified. Well, I have to see, Christy started to say. Suddenly, the trapdoor jumped upward with a bang. Christy took a step back. With a second blow, the door flew open. A huge hog came leaping up from below. It was in a panic. It scrabbled on the wooden floor, then ran right for Christy. Look out! Sam Houston yelled. Christy snatched up her skirts just in the nick of time. The hog went flying through her legs, leaving a smear of mud on Christy's stockings. Squeal! The hog tore around the room, banging into everything in its path. It's after me, 13-year-old Ruby Mae Morrison cried. She jumped up on a chair. Keep away, you old hog! Then a second hog seemed to explode up from below. A third hog followed. Look out! Christy yelled. Everyone be careful! Now there were 3 crazy hogs racing madly around the classroom. Children jumped out of their way. Desks were overturned, books went flying, papers were blown every which way. Sam Houston stuck his head down in the hole and said, I reckon I know why them hogs are so scared, Miss Christy. There's a fox down in there with them. Someone grab those hogs, Christy said. They are destroying the classroom. Dumb old hogs, Sam Houston said. Can't no little fox hurt them none. Squeal! Again, one of the hogs ran straight for Christy. She jumped aside, but when she jumped, she bumped into a second hog, which knocked her off balance. Look out, teacher! Creed Allen yelled. Christy teetered on the edge of the opening in the floor. Down below, she could see the quizzical look of the little fox. He was looking up at her. Christy windmilled her arms, trying to keep her balance, but it was no use. Ah! She cried. Down she fell, down through the hole in the floor, down into the mud. She landed with a plop. The fox took one look at her and ran. When she looked up, Christy could see the faces of her students peering down at her. Then, one by one, 3 more faces appeared. The first was David Grantland, the handsome young preacher who ran the mission. He smiled. Is this some new teaching method, Christy? He asked. The second face belonged to Miss Alice Henderson, the Quaker missionary who had founded the mission. She poked her head over the huddled students. Christy could tell she was trying very hard not to grin. Why, Miss Huddleston, said Miss Alice, whatever are you doing down there? The last face to appear belonged to Dr. Neil McNeil. He didn't even try to hide his smile. Instead, he laughed outright. No, no, Christy, he said. It's supposed to be you in the classroom and the hogs down below, not the other way around. Very funny, all of you, Christy said through gritted teeth. David stuck his hand down. Come on, I'll help you up.